Hey Preschool 2 friends, it's Teacher Annette. Today I have a funny, silly story to share with you. Now this isn't a story that really happened, it's what we call fiction. That means that somebody made it up and that it's not something that really happened. Sometimes things that are fiction, that are made up stories, might sound a lot like things that could happen in real life or that have happened in real life. So it's possible that maybe you know someone who is kind of like the character in this story, but it doesn't mean it's about them. So this story is about someone named Mr. Forgetful. And Mr. Forgetful forgot a lot of things. He would forget where he put his car keys. He would forget if he brushed his teeth or not. He would forget where he parked his car. Have you ever done something like that? Well, I know I have. I've done all those things. I've forgotten where my keys are. I've forgotten where my car is. I've forgotten if I already brushed my teeth or not. But Mr. Forgetful was a little more forgetful than just that. Because sometimes Mr. Forgetful would forget the ends of words. So when he said football, when he meant to say football, he would just say foot. So he forgot parts of words. Now, I have a big list of words here that I think Mr. Forgetful would forget the end of. So the first one is football. But remember, we said he just says foot, and he forgets ball. He forgets that part. So how would he say watermelon? How would Mr. Forgetful say watermelon? What would he forget in this word? I think he would say just water instead of watermelon. So he would say water because he forgot the part that says melon. And then what about this word here? This word is notebook. How do you think Mr. Forgetful might say notebook? I think he would say just note. He would only remember the part that says note and not the part that says book. But what if he forgot the beginning of a word instead? So with football, we know he forgot the word ball and just said foot. But what if he forgot foot and said the word ball? And with watermelon, he would say melon and not water. And with notebook, he would say book, but not note. Well, let's try on these words. Let's see how he would say them if he only remembered the end. So sunflower. How would he say sunflower? He would just say flower and not sunflower, because if he forgot the beginning, he forgot the word sun. And how about pineapple? What part of pineapple would he say? Apple, because if he forgets the beginning, he forgets the word pine and only remembers apple. And the last word is butterfly. How would he say butterfly? Remember, he forgets the beginning part of a word and only remembers the end. He would just say fly and forget the butter part. Wow. So if we switched it back around again, if he forgot the end again and not the beginning, like with football, he only says foot, the beginning word, then how would he say these three words? So with sunflower, if he forgot so with sunflower, if he forgot the end of the word, but not the beginning, what would he say? He would just say sun. And with pineapple, if he forgot the end, but not the beginning, he forgot the end and not the beginning, he would just say pine. And what if he forgot the end of the word butterfly and only remembered the beginning of the word butterfly? He would just say butter. Now, we know all these words mean something different if you leave out half of them, if you leave out part of it. We know that a foot and a ball are two different things, but if you put them together in the word football, they become something new. And it's the same with water and melon, and note and book, and sun and flower, and pine and apple, and butter and fly. So we know that we need to say both parts of the word. We need to remember both parts of the word, because if we don't, then we're gonna be saying another word that isn't what we mean. It's kind of tricky sometimes when we have words in our language that are two words put together, but we're not Mr. Forgetful, right? And we can remember that if we take them apart like Mr. Forgetful does, then it's going to sound like we mean something else. What other words can you think of that are two things put together to make a new thing? What can you think of other than football, watermelon, notebook, sunflower, pineapple, or butterfly? I hope you enjoyed my silly story about Mr. Forgetful, and I hope that you'll think about some of these words that are two words put together. Bye!